this section is about intention and expectations. Okay, what does that mean? What we want is when we set intentions, it means that we are stating for ourselves what our proposed outcomes are. Okay, so when we do a reading, when we interact with someone else, what do we want? We want to have information about them, or images about them, or some facts about them, or some impressions about them that are then relevant. So you can see my little mannequin is thinking about relevant messages. So the intention is then I want to get messages that are relevant. So that is going to be an intention that is set before the reading. And then this is what we do in everyday life. We have an intention for, say, interactions between us and other people. Say, for instance, if I have the intention of having a good time, I want positive, fun interactions with other people. And if I want to have growth, then I would want to have engaging dialogue with other people. I want to be challenged. I don't want to have people agreeing with my point of view. I want people that challenge my point of view and that look at opposite points of view. So when I want growth, it means that I cannot be where I am. I don't remain where I am. My intention is then that I get shown things that would then make me step outside of my comfort zone, which is then the area of growth. Okay, which is not relevant to this, but the intention part certainly is. And then the expectation of it then is that when I have this intention, my expectation is that I'm getting the result. So when I set the intention that I want relevant messages for that person, the expectation then is that I am looking for information or for imagery or for anything from that person that is then relevant. So the next is that when we deliver the message is then delivered from a point of view where we have the intention of giving a relevant message, and then we have the expectation that our message is then carried across to that person with the intention that that message is then relevant to them. Sometimes this becomes a little bit tricky because what a lot of people do that do intuitive readings up front is they really struggle to say what they see. Sometimes they see something that is really challenging or something that's different. So what they would do is they would say, "Ooh, this seems a little bit sensitive," or "This doesn't seem to be, something that I would want to say to someone." But know that our intention was to get something relevant. So what we do is when we get the imagery, when we get that thing, all we do is we can say it. We can say it in a kind, gentle way. We can say it in a way that is less graphic than what we see in our minds. But remember, some people go through really tough things. They live those things. They have that experience of those things, which we don't have. So just bear in mind that when we set the intention to get something relevant for someone else, that could really potentially mean that it would not necessarily be something that's within our frame of reference. But again, our expectation is then to give a message that is then clear, relevant to them, and that they can make use of. So get the imagery, and it takes some experience, and that is why with this kind of work, one of the key things is to practice as much as you can. This is just the ground base of this, and the most important part of this course really is going to be the practical sessions. And in the practical sessions, you really do set your intention, and then you see if your expectation is then met by doing the exercise. Right, so in line with that, I want to then ask you, what is your expectation for this course? So that you can set an intention for it for yourself. And I have put my expectation for the course, which is for everyone in the course to be able to connect to a person and to do a reading, and like I was saying in the previous one, get relevant messages for that person. And then what is your life goal for this course? What is your intention about what you want to do for yourself? I've experienced that people grow in different ways. They have different experiences with the course in general, and then set yourself a goal, set yourself an intention, what you want to do for yourself as a life goal. I've put growth, which means that we're doing something uncomfortable that is outside our frame of reference. And then once we move into that point outside our comfort zone, we then expand our knowledge, we expand our skill set, we expand ourselves. Okay, so that is really my intention and my expectation for everyone partaking in this course is not to become a professional at anything, but to really be able to learn a new skill and to grow as a person and to grow their frame of reference.